Hello and welcome to the Appleby Hour. I'm Appleby, and today I'd like to talk to you about nihilism. Nihilism has got a bad rap. Has for a while. I think it's getting worse, which is why I sort of feel the need to talk about it. Now, what is nihilism? Because I feel like the main thing that sort of gives nihilists a bad name is this idea that we're like, we're pessimists, we're just like this gray, like we're depressed people. Like there's nihilist and depressed are like synonymous in people's minds. And all nihilism is, at least to me, this is my position when I mean when I say nihilism, is that there is no objective meaning in the universe. Now, whenever I argue with someone who's against nihilism, I tell them this, and they're like, yeah, everyone agrees with that. I'm like, okay, well, everyone is a nihilist then, you know? And I don't know what they're fighting against. Like pessimism, you're fighting against doomerism. I guess that's a laudable goal, but like don't blame it on us. We didn't do it. But the reason I think nihilism is so important is that it's sort of an acknowledgement. It's the pill you have to swallow to make moral progress, right? Because if you believe that the universe does have a purpose, that there is a plan, there's sort of a, you can step back. You're a spectator. You're part of the plan, right? But you're not. You're not part of the plan. There is no plan. If there is a plan, it's imposed on the universe by us. There is no inherent good in the world. Like I'm a moral anti-realist. I'm an anti-realist in general. I find the thought experiment. Oh, what if you were a brain in a vat? And I'm like, I am. It's called a fucking skull, you dumbass. Like it drives me crazy. Like I can't possibly be interacting with the real ultimate reality. This is just a one-to-one hallucination. Obviously it's interesting. I'm into it sometimes, but it is definitely not real, and there's definitely no moral facts. I don't think there are facts. Period. 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. It does, but it depends on what you're talking about. I don't know. I just get so frustrated because I know that we can build a better world, and I see this inability to acknowledge that it's not going to happen on its own, that there is no purpose, no plan, that it isn't just going to, we're not just going to get lifted up to it. I don't know. I just, it reminds me, I think it was in Fahrenheit 451, there was this passage about flowers growing on flowers without any soil, that there was no substance, and it was all just this vacuous nonsense that you need to root yourself in something. And that idea really stuck with me. And I think that nihilism is that soil. It's the dark, volcanic earth that we grow out of, that our morality springs forth from. It's all the good in the world exists because we put it there. We impose good on the world. We create it. We create the world, period. Or like I said, we're trapped in this sort of individuated, atomized, personal reality. Everyone's confused nowadays. Oh, everyone's living in their own reality. No. We always were. That's how it works. We all live in our own little dream world that corresponds to some higher world, hopefully. And we just have to have faith that when you talk to someone, that there is in fact beyond that veil, through the ultimate reality and into their veil, there's someone in there. That's a faith. That is faith. It's like the faith necessary for us to function, the basis faith. And I don't know, I just don't know why people they don't want to accept it. They do, like they accept it. They understand that the universe doesn't have a purpose for them written in the stars. But then for some reason they don't want to call themselves nihilists. They're in denial, They're in denial of nihilism. They refuse to acknowledge it, even though they know that it's true. And if we could just acknowledge it, that it's us who brings all this stuff to the table, purpose and meaning, and even though it's not real, shouldn't be taken seriously, shouldn't be sort of sought after like this golden thing, that has to be protected. That doesn't mean we can't create it. I think about humanity as sort of the nervous system of the planet. If the biosphere is one big body, one giant organism, then we're the part that thinks, reacts. We can plan, we can deflect an asteroid if we need to, right? I think for the animals, see, this is the curse of it. The only things that for which a purpose is real are animals, right? They, like, we could give them purpose, but they wouldn't be able to understand it. We can create a plan for the earth, but the animals are just living in it. And they're incapable of appreciating it. This is why I think dogs are sort of humanity's highest achievement. Because to some extent with them, we have bridged the gap. We gave them purpose, and they know it. That's how it ought to be. It's our burden to carry that the world has nothing. But we can give. I wish we would. I wish we could grow. We could be just a towering redwood out of this soil, but instead we choose to grow flowers on flowers. It doesn't work. It never will. If you don't root yourself in the truth of nihilism, then it's impossible to not impossible, but I don't know, to make substantial progress, substantial moral growth. And that's what I want. I want us to move a little faster. I want us to catch up to our technology with our philosophy and our morality, our ethics. And we haven't. We really haven't. And it doesn't seem like we're going to. I don't know. It's all I can do to, scream out into the void. I hope someone is listening. If you are, then fucking smash that bell with a hammer and kidnap someone, force them to watch the video. I don't know. I'm done being clever. No, but seriously, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.